Hello, welcome to an educational moment. I'm your host, Dr. Pat Dingle. Thank you for joining me. We have a very special guest on the program today, Mrs. Doris Carter. Hi,
Hi.
Mrs. Carter.
Fine. How are you?
Wonderful. How are
Great.
you tonight?
I'm great. I'm doing good. Thank you.
Thank you. Doris, I am delighted. I know that's your first name. Sister Carter, I am delighted to have you on the program today. And I'm just overjoyed that you consented to come on the program. I want to tell our television audience a little bit about you.
Okay.
Mrs. Carter is the First Lady of Kent Baptist Church in Landover, Maryland. It's a very lovely congregation. I've been there many times. And one of the best things about Kent Baptist Church is First Lady Carter. She is also, in addition to being the First Lady of Kent Baptist Church, she is also the Director of Women on Mission. And we will find out more about Women on Mission later tonight. Whenever I have a guest on my show, I always try to tell a little bit about them, Sister Carter. But sometimes you can tell more about some guests than others. And what I know about First Lady Carter, and I call her Sister Carter, is she is just a wonderful person. She's very friendly. She's just a warm, loving person. And because she's such a friendly, warm, loving person, of course, that makes people just want to gravitate around her. But moreover than that, she is an organizer. She has the ability to just organize very well. I have attended, an event that she organized, and I tell you, it was spectacular. So we're going to have a little conversation tonight. I promised her that it would be just like sitting in her living room, talking across the table. So I'm gonna try my best to keep my promise. Sister Carter, I would love for you to tell our audience a little bit about yourself.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me to come tonight. I'm married to Pastor Willie J. Carter of Kent Baptist Church. They're in Landover, Maryland. I have 4 grandsons. Dion is 16. Anthony and Justin, who are twins, and they are 12. I have a granddaughter, Alexis is 2, and I have another grandson, Jalen, and Jalen is 10. I also have a step-grandson, and he lives in Tennessee. I have one daughter, Tanya Carter Latney, and I have a son-in-law, Jeffrey Latney.
That's wonderful. Now, you heard all of this, but I still have more to tell about Sister Carter. Sister Carter is a graduate from the School of Women's Ministry. She graduated with honors. She attended the D.C. branch, and the parent school is in Colorado Springs, Colorado. She is a stickler for education. She values education highly. And Sister Carter, I'm so glad that you shared that with me because I'm a stickler too. Mm-hmm. I think education is very important. Yes. In addition to her recent graduate work with the School of Women's Ministry, Sister Carter also earned a master's degree in biblical studies. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I attended a women's mission event sponsored by your church, and wanted you to tell our audience more about Women on Mission. So, what is can you tell me describe the Women's on Mission group, and then after you describe it, I'll ask you a few more questions about it.
Women on Mission at Kent Baptist Church is a mission where we have various ministries, and we try to get all of our young people involved in doing special things at our church and throughout the community. Women on Mission get involved in all the different ministries that we have at Kent Baptist Church, and we focus in mainly on our youth and our young adults.
Hey, that's wonderful, because our youth and young adults are so very important in the community. And the way that you become excellent at anything is you have mentors and you have training. And so that is just commendable. Now, what is the specific, when you started Women on Mission, what was the specific purpose per se? Was there a particular written out purpose for it?
Well, our church is part of the Southern Baptist Association. And in the Southern Baptist Association, we focus in on getting our young people to be more responsive, be respectful. Those who, we teach them about Christ and how good He is and just what He can do in our lives if we apply ourselves. And it gives them the encouragement to go on and to do things that they know that they need to do in order to be a better person.
Okay, so basically you're teaching them a type of values education along with a spiritual, religious-based education.
Yes.
And for our television audience today, an educational moment talks about careers, it talks about professions, it talks about educational opportunities. And everyone does need to understand that you can go into a career field in religious studies, and that working in the house of God is also a viable career.
Yes, it is.
It's a viable career, and we have different types of positions. For example, of course, we have a pastor, but we also have, I met a young lady who was, I think she was a Christian counselor. So there are many, many different branches and aspects that young people and older people can use their abilities in the church and also in ministry. So I'm just delighted to have you on here sharing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I wanted to know about any upcoming events. Now, I heard you say, Sister Carter, and for those who are just joining us, I'm here with First Lady Doris Carter from Kent Baptist Church in Landover, Maryland. What are some of the kinds of events that you normally plan through the Women on Mission?
Well, we try to come up with events that our young people, the youth as well as the young adults, will be interested in, that we can get their attention. And in serving the Lord and letting them know that there are many things, many aspects that they can get involved in. So this back in February, and for Black History Month, we had a program at our church. It was a Black History program, and we had a fashion show. Wow. And we also had special entertainment during this event. We had about between 200, maybe 300 people to show up. And the person who coordinated this entire event worked with them, the models. She worked with each person to make sure that they had their script, they knew exactly what they were doing. And Women on Mission got involved in that because we wanted to bring both the men and the women together, and so that they can come together and fellowship together and be a part of a special event.
Sister Carr, I think it's very important what you said about having the people in the church, the women and the men, the young people and the young adults get together and to fellowship together, to do some things together. That's so important because this is how we build community. And Christ had a lot of, he had a love for the family, love for community.
Yes.
And I think this is very important. I heard early on television today, one of the politicians, whom I will not name, and this particular politician was talking about he wanted to unify. And I'm not going to get into a discussion about what it was he was saying, but the fact of building community, building unity is so important. And it's more important than just talking about it, but
Yes.
actually becoming involved, not only talking about it, but demonstrating it. How do you work together with people so that they come together and that they communicate, that they have fun and they enjoy each other's company? That is wonderful.
Yes, it is.
You said 200 to 300 people.
Yes.
Wow.
For that particular event, yes.
That is wonderful. I know that you have some events coming up. What are some of the things and events which you have coming in the future for your group?
Okay. Well, if I may, I would like to just touch on a couple more that we've actually had that was very, very interesting. We had our Women on Tea and women missionaries. We brought them in from different churches. And you were our guest speaker, which we were truly, truly blessed by the words that you brought to us. So that particular group, it came to us as an idea. Let's decide, come up with a way in which we can bring our more seasoned women together.
Yes.
And we had our Women on Tea, and then we had a seminar for women, wherein we discussed issues of concern, things that concern their daily lives. We had a 6-week workshop that we pulled together, and we brought in our young adults, our seniors, and we talked about, and we learned a lot through the wisdom and experience that was in that room. We also participated in a baby bottle campaign at our church. And what that consists of was one of our local pregnancy centers came to us and asked if we would help them. And in helping them, we asked our church members to donate in the form of a baby bottle, coins. They collect their coins, put them in a baby bottle, and they turn them in. And this money went to support this particular center for unwed mothers, and it helped them and others to participate in that as well, who participated. We also assist in providing food and clothing to the needy throughout the community, and our outreach program that we have as well. We assist in youth school homework assignments. We have people to come in and help them. We assist in the collection and the contribution of our Sunday school ministry with school supplies to help the kids go and their parents when they go back to school. We support our church scholarship fund that we offer a scholarship to all of the high school graduates, those who are going on to college. And we support, and this year for our high school scholarship, I believe we had about 5 that we gave scholarships out to. And we support our church summer youth program. And what that is young people in the church and those who also in the community will come to our church, and we'll provide them or give them little jobs to do. It helps to keep them off the street, and we'll give a little donation to them to help them along the way.
That's wonderful.
We have special events such as Mother's Day, and we have a mother and daughter banquet. We have our Women's Day program, a prayer breakfast, and other events that we have.